special guest this morning. It's a real treat to have him back, actually. We loved his company last time. The fabulous Lee Brennan. Good morning to you, sir. You all right? Thank you.
Great.
Now, of course, everyone knows that Lee fronts the boy band, the man band, we should say now, 911. When you were first booked for this show, did you realise it was going to be on 9/11? Because none of us did.
Yeah, initially did. I thought, oh, it's maybe a bit insensitive, but...
There's nothing insensitive about it. One, your digits represent the emergency services that reacted so amazingly over there as well. I mean, after the Twin Towers, did you ever think, oh, maybe the name will have to go, or
what we did think about was actually writing the numbers 911 so that people didn't reference 9/11 because we have a shield as our logo, and if you look at it, you could reference 9/11 to that. But we just decided to stay with it. I mean, we've been called that since '95, so it's completely, obviously, nothing to do with it. So.
But it's great to have you here. And, of course,
you.
Lee, along with bandmates Spike and Jimmy, they enjoyed 10 top hits back in the day, selling 10 million records, split year 2000. And it was quite a difficult split, I think it's fair to say. But they reformed this year for ITV2's big reunion. And I think it's fair to say, we could gauge this last time you were here, that it went rather well, didn't it,
It was amazing. The best time of my life it was, actually, yeah. And it's continuing that way as well. We've been lucky enough to record a new album and stuff, and that's out for download at the minute.
What's it called?
Everyone.
What's it called?
It's called Illuminate, the hits.
Illuminate?
Yeah, we've got 7 new tracks on there, and we've got 7 sort of remixes of old songs as well, so we just thought we'd bring it all together in one album.
Your first performance on the big reunion, you were very critical of it at Hammersmith.
Yeah, do you know what? They didn't actually edit in the footage, but I was crying after the first song. I came off stage and I was devastated that I'd performed really badly, and I think it's just like it just showed some of my insecurities with the confidence and stuff that people believe that you've got as a performer, but I haven't always got that. So you're in a kind of emotionally rocky place at the start. You just split from your missus who's in Bewitched, and where are you now? I'm personally in a better place, and I think Lindsay is as well. The good thing is we get on great. We're friends. We've got to share our pets together.
Do you share your pets?
We do, yeah. Poppy, our dog, she comes to my house like once a month, and I'll take her back to Lindsay's and stuff. It was an emotional process.
No, listen, I know all about the sharing of the pets. I didn't get mine.
It's family. I don't have kids, so
yeah, it's nice.
I love my pets to death. I miss my cat desperately, but yeah. Everything's great. It was an emotional thing we went through, but we're both great now and we get on, so that's the main thing.
A slightly different this moment back in the big reunion. Have a look at this.
I still find it tough that we're not together. I mean, I guess if she rang me tomorrow and said, how do you fancy us getting back together again, I would. She's my wife, I love her, so... But reality says it's probably not going to happen.
Really pleased.
And now, 6 months on, it seems crazy seeing
Does it really?
how much emotionally I've moved on within myself.
But you also, I mean, we kind of skipped over it, but the breakup with the band kind of did your head in, didn't it, really? So it was a pretty awful 10 plus years.
It was, and I think a lot of people in bands go through that.
Yeah. In fact, near enough all the people from the big reunion we've had on the show said the same thing.
They deal with it in different ways, and yeah, I had ups and downs and stuff like we all do in life, but I'm through it, and that's the main thing.
And I think it would be fair to say you're having fun now, whereas I think before maybe it was like work.
I'm partying like mad at the minute, actually. Not like me. It's a new me.
You boys are together now, so have you got you've got a new album? Tell us about the album and your plans.
Are you going to stick with it?
What are you doing?
Well, we recorded 7 new songs, and it's available just for download at the minute. We didn't do any CDs, which all our older fans are like, we're not used to downloading iTunes and all this.
Is this David? Were you talking to David?
Yeah, it was actually, yeah.
Can your fans come and see you? Are you going to be on tour? Are you going to be doing anything?
Yes, exclusive announcement. I wanted to say on your show, Matthew, that 911 is going on tour around the UK next March, and the tickets are on sale on the 20th of September.
Complete UK tour?
So, complete UK tour.
Wow. Fantastic.
Greatest hits, everything, so we can't wait, and it's just a privilege to do it again.
And you got a single out this week as well?
Single with the album is out right now.
What's the single called?
So the single's called 2 Hearts, 1 Love.
Yeah. We got a little clip of that. Have a look at this.
Keep the romance going, Matthew.
No matter what they do or they say, we won't let nobody ever stand in our way. That's what we are. 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 2 hearts, 1 love. We are. We are. We are. We are. We are. We are. 2 hearts.
How many shirts have you got then, Lee?
I've only got one.
You just got the one? Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I had a jumble
That's what
sale.
I thought watching the video. David, something from you?
Yeah, so the big reunion comes back soon. Do you know who's going to be on it?
Well, at the minute, there's the On Tour series, which started last week. And
Which
that's
is
a three-part
you guys
mini
on tour, yeah.
Yeah.
And then next January, the new one starts. And I've heard rumours of, like, S Club, All Saints...
Another
Eternal,
Level,
Another
I've
Level,
heard, yeah.
A1. I'm sure there'll be a few of those guys on there, and it's they'll probably have the time of their lives,
See,
I think.
my missus works in the music industry, and we've been talking about it a lot, and we think that the next big reunion is going to struggle somewhat, because they really got a great choice set of bands for the first series.
They are going to struggle.
Who would you like
Good luck to them.
Who would you like to see on it? I mean, you must have met them all in your time.
Yeah, I did. I met them all. I think I'd like to see Another Level. Thought they were a great
yeah,
band.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they were like the early version of Blue. They were
Yeah,
just
for
too
sure,
early
for
for
sure.
the time.
Just too early,
But
yeah.
Great songs, great vocals. I guess Eternal would be quite good, with Louise back in the band as well. That'd
Yeah.
be quite interesting.
Yeah.
Like.
Also,
I would have thought hell would have,
All Saints,
hell would have
like.
frozen
All Saints.
over before that happens, but we shall see. Just away from the music bit, Screech, she's obsessed with you, not in your shirt. She wants to know about your nude photo shoots. Apparently you're doing one for Gay Times.
Yeah, I mean, I did one for Balls to Cancer, the charity, not a few months back there, and now I've been asked to do a nude shoot for the Gay Times, so I'm going to be there. If you want to join in, Matthew, you're
Yeah,
welcome.
I'm always up for a bit of a
David,
nude
up for
action
it.
for the Gay
Daniela will
Times.
say
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll be fine, yeah.
Not you then, Daniela.
No, not me.
Because, I mean, taking your clothes off would make a change from wearing outfits like this Banana Man one here. Now, what
What is
on
that?
earth, Lee? What on earth possessed you?
I've got a banana down the front there, you can see. I'm just pleased to see you.
What was the story there?
Basically, on the first night, we left rehearsals, got on the big reunion
This is
bus.
big reunion, yeah, on the
On the
tour.
way to Sheffield on the first night, and we decided to all dress up in costumes, and it was hilarious on the bus. Everyone dressed up drunk. It was hilarious.
There's
So
a teddy bear behind you with a handbag.
Yeah,
I think that's Michelle Heaton, to be honest.
Is it?
That's what she does in her spare time, yeah.
Right, we'll have her on that next time she's here. Lee, it's a pleasure to have you with us. Likewise, you folks. This is...
OK, the first headline I've got here is from the Daily Mirror, and it's regarding top Tory Nigel Evans was charged with rape and sex assaults on 7 men last night. So, another...
Well, that just follows
well-known
on
figure.
very nicely, or not so nicely, follows on from our last discussion. He's already effectively resigned or standing down from his position as Deputy Speaker.
Yeah. It's the third time he's been arrested, actually, as well.
Yeah. He denies all charges.
Yeah. And all the men who accuse him are in their in their 20s, it says here. Yeah, and he's obviously quit his job.
Well, I mean, because of the high-profile nature of his political position, it's important, I suppose, that we know these charges are now pending, or charges have been brought. The court case is pending, and I think we should leave it at that. Absolutely. Yeah. Remind you again, though, he denies all charges. What else have we got there, Lee?
OK, the next one is naughty boy, Educational Secretary Michael Gove, is it?
Yeah,
sparked
yeah.
outrage last night for suggesting that hard-up families have themselves to blame for their financial problems. He's been branded insulting and out of touch, which most of them are, yeah.
So what did he say then? Does it actually say specifically? It's about food banks, wasn't he?
He just said he appreciates that there are families who face considerable pressures. Those pressures are often the result of decisions they have taken, which mean they are not best able to manage their finances.
So they've mucked up, so it's their fault they're on food banks. So if they've lost their job as a result of government cuts, it's their fault they didn't save enough money while they were working to have avoided the need to go to...
Because that seems an extraordinary thing to say, doesn't it?
Well, if it was verbatim, it's probably in Latin, though, Michael Gove.
Yes,
so,
probably.
That's a terrible
I mean,
thing to say.
I mean, he certainly...
And it's crassly insensitive as well, because, you know, people are victims of circumstance, and it's very tough out there at the moment.
But then,
It is insulting,
you know, we have a comprehensive social security system, and having watched the various programmes, Nick and Margaret, when, you know, we're paying your benefits, and you meet some people that get by and others that don't, and you can see that people's circumstances vary. And there were certainly some families featured in that programme, and you thought that the benefit system wasn't big enough.
Yeah.
It wasn't supportive enough.
Every case is different, isn't it, with
Yeah.
the with the social service system as well.
There's what now, a couple of 300,000 people on.
Some people
using
aren't
food
good
bank?
with managing finances and educating themselves as
and,
well.
and
you know?
it's education. And
Gordon
It is,
Brown,
it
that's a
goes back
name
to
that comes to
education
mind.
again, doesn't
He
it?
wasn't very good at doing
No, it was
finance.
rubbish.
All the bankers, you know, the people that run the banks,
Yeah,
they
they're not
turn
very
out not
good.
to be very good
Yeah.
with money either.
Pop
But it's
stars,
the people on food banks that should be blamed. Right, so we got that clear. What's next then, Lee?
Okay, next is this is regarding transparent polymer cash. It's to replace paper from 2016, apparently.
So what do you call it?
So polymer cash. To replace-
Plastic banknotes,
yeah, plastic, yeah.
banknotes.
So if you spill some wine, you can just like wipe it off, or else, yeah. So it just says plastic see-through fibres and tenors are in line to replace cotton paper. Bank of England notes from 2016, designed to make the nation's money cleaner, more durable, and tougher to counterfeit.
And good for the environment? I wouldn't have thought so, would you?
No.
We had a story earlier this week about fish nibbling bits of plastic.
Yes, we did.
Now, I'm not sure many of us are going to throw our money in the thing. Oh, who's going to dump money in the sea, you're saying? How many people dump money in their own washing machines?
Yes, loads, I've lost thousands.
And it goes down the drain,
when you're
into
drunk.
the sea.
I think
eaten
people
by the
need
fish.
the money too much these days to be losing
Right.
it anyway.
Yeah.
Does it melt?
So-
Do we know plastic money? I guess it must do eventually.
You
must
can't
do.
iron it says.
You can't iron it.
Just don't try ironing it. Yeah, it's going to be
must
smaller
melt.
than
Do we want
the,
plastic banknotes? Does anybody care? Does anybody
No,
care?
No,
No.
plastic cards enough, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not good.
So next one I've got. Okay, this is education and family. Northern and Scottish universities are top for nightlife. I
Not
didn't go
for
to
learning,
uni,
then.
but I can say as a northerner.
Of course they are.
Yeah.
That's why you send your kids to uni, is it? For the nightlife?
Oh,
Obviously.
primarily.
Yeah, you know.
That's exactly why people go, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
sure.
seriously. And of course, yeah, being up north, I think they're less reserved than the people down here.
It's also, I mean, coming absolutely fundamentally brutal about it, is price. There's nothing down in London now.
sure.
You can pay more than £4 a pint for lager.
Yeah.
And up north, you can pay considerably less. So therefore, you're going to get more bang for your buck. Well, literally more bang for your buck. I suppose.
Yeah, I bet you are.
But it's going to be a lot more fun. And also, there's some cracking cities up there, aren't there?
Yeah, they're more fun up north, aren't they?
If you can't have a good time in, I don't know, Newcastle or Manchester,
Exactly.
Leeds, there's something wrong with you. I think.
Oh, well.
All right. One last one for you then, Lee.
Okay, sorry, yeah. Okay, last one
You're
is...
just trying to find out the parties are,
yeah, which one's the best? Yeah. Leeds apparently is really good, Dave.
Yeah,
that right?
I've had a really
Leeds.
good night out in Leeds,
Yeah.
actually, I have to say, yeah.
Leeds is banging. There you go. Okay, this is about a Brazilian football physio. He flees the ground after entering the pitch to make crucial double save.
Oh, brilliant.
I've seen this.
No,
It's
we
hilarious.
have some footage of it. It's absolutely
funny.
hilarious.
So basically, yeah, the physiotherapist.
So there's the
there you
physio,
go.
it saves the goal,
Saves it
saves it twice, kicks it off, and then someone realises that he's not actually the goalkeeper, and he gets chased all around the ground.
Oh,
Off he
it's
goes,
brilliant.
off he
He
goes.
picks all his
I'm
stuff
off,
up.
here they
Brilliant.
come.
But he picks his stuff.
Picks his stuff up.
This is great. Hey!
Brilliant.
You wouldn't get away with that in England,
I have
would
to
you?
say,
know,
Should
would
have been on the
Like,
England
He was
team.
absolutely
good, like.
brilliant on the goal line, wasn't he?
Brilliant.
Absolutely brilliant.
Sign him up for England, yeah.
Sign him up, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Only in Brazil, there you go. Half the stadium chasing him through the dressing rooms and stuff, apparently. And the army had to protect him as well.
Is that
so,
right? Is that
but he got out safely, I think. But
Great
yeah,
footage, great
funny
footage.
story, funny story.
Nicely done, Lee. What have you got for us then, Daniela? You may have thought it was a rite of passage for kids to sneer at their parents' record collection, but maybe children today prefer their folks' quality tunes to the fake folk peddled by Mumford & Sons or the tedious singer-songwriter bilge spawned by Tom Odell or Emily Sandé. Music can trigger powerful emotions, we know that. So does listening to the stuff your parents played when you were young bring those memories flooding back? Is that it, Lee? I mean, do you listen to the stuff? Have you listened to the stuff that your parents listened to when you were growing up?
No, my parents couldn't afford to buy records or anything, so it was whatever was on
Radio,
the radio.
TV, yeah,
TV, Top of the Pops at the time. Probably like, I think my mum used to dance around to the Nolans. And
Right.
my dad was into, I think, a bit of country and western and stuff at the time, I think. But I was just always a big pop fan. I grew into a pop fan. If I had kids, I would force Coldplay on them. I love Coldplay, me.
Yeah, OK. So so why do you think today's young people appear to be preferring the music their parents played?
Well, if you...
Is it the nostalgia? Is it that it emits an emotion? Or is it actually that today's music
It's
can't
a connection,
compare?
it's a memory, it's an emotion that
yeah.
you feel, isn't it? And it takes you back to the timeline of a certain moment, and you get that happy or sad feeling.
Yeah.
So yeah, nostalgia's back in a big way. You see the big reunion, the amount of people now in their 30s coming to see all that. It's it's just how you feel. Music's about feeling stuff, and if it gave you that feeling, it's always going to come back to you at some point in your life, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's good, and it makes you feel. Some things just make you take you to a happy place or make you feel young, and it's lovely.
So that's for later. Right now, Leon, I want to thank you, all our viewers, and these guys for their help as we're all out of time. Lee, a pleasure once again.
Thanks,
You're a top, and it's great to see you enjoying life with 911. And best of luck with the big reunion. We've got the single, Two Hearts, One Love, and the album Illuminate, which is out.
So right now for download.
Indeed.
I'm going on
Good
tour
luck with
next
the
year in March.
Tour next year as well. Danielle.